Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on my video. We are going to start off the New Year's with a little Q&A session. I don't know why I didn't think to do that when I first started my channel so we guys could get to know each other better. So I put over a story on my Instagram and just asked you guys to ask me questions for this video, and I got over 500 questions, which is literally insane to me. But let's just get started. And if I don't get to you, I am so sorry. Maybe I can make another video. We hope. Also, I forgot to mention we are going to be joined by our lovely cat, Loki Bones. Unfortunately, Clem does not want to join. I totally understand. I do understand. So I chose the best 43 questions for me to answer today in this video. I know 543, that's such a big jump, but I don't want the video to be too long, and I think that's all I have in me today to record, so I hope you guys enjoy. What is your name? Hi, my name is Pierre. Pierre is a chosen name. It isn't my birth name. The name kind of just came to me in a dream. There's nothing really special about it. It is just my chosen name. How old are you? I am 23 years old. Where are you from? I am originally from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was born in St. Paul, Minnesota. When is your birthday and what is your zodiac sign? My zodiac sign is, I'm a Virgo, but my birthday falls in a cusp from Leo and Virgo. My birthday is August 23rd, 2001. What is your favorite color? My favorite color has to be green or orange, as you guys can tell, or brown. Honestly, I love the color brown. Do you have any siblings? I have over 8 siblings. There's 10 people in my family. Why are you so oily all the time? And what is your moisturizing routine? Why am I so oily all the time? It's a personal preference, to be honest. I love to just lather on oil. I grew up with my mother putting coconut oil and Vaseline all over my face, so I just kind of gotten accustomed to it. And as you can see, I got no pimple on my face, so like it works. So my moisturizing routine consists of me just using coconut oil and Vaseline. What is your favorite hobby? My favorite hobby has to be making art. I haven't done it in a while just because I have been really busy, but I do love using my iPad to sketch on. I use the app called Procreate. I believe it is $10 to first buy it, but once you buy it, you don't pay any other more subscriptions. But there is like different brushes you can purchase online, and I just never do it. But I do love making art, and I should really get back into it this year. What kind of music do you listen to? I love... I honestly don't listen to music that much, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I'm at the gym, I kind of like let Spotify DJ make a playlist for me, or choose a song that I'll be listening to during my workout. But if I gotta say what my favorite genre is, I would say it's either R&B, hip-hop, jazz. I really love jazz, or like classical music. What's your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show. Let me start off with my favorite genre of TV show. I honestly really love like crime. I grew up just watching Criminal Minds, Law and Order, all that jazz. But if I got to say what my favorite TV show, it would be Law and Order SVU. I really love Olivia Benson. She is my idol. I just love her so much. I honestly think the season before this current season was horrible. Not gonna lie to you, but I still watched it. I think I have watched Law and Order SVU, or rewatched it as many. I think I've rewatched Law and Order SVU about 10 different times. It's kind of an obsession at this point. What is your favorite food? My favorite food, I would say my favorite food is shrimp. I love seafood so, so, so much. My favorite like meal to make, it is so easy to make, and I think I should make it in my channel. but I got it off of TikTok, which is basically getting a cucumber, cutting it in half, and then cutting it in half again, and then scooping out all the insides. I would use that inside to make like a green smoothie, but you would put white rice, shrimp, and then put your favorite like I put like everything bagel seasoning, I believe, and then you put your favorite sauce on it, and it's so good. I put a lot of honey on it as well. Do you have a favorite sports team or athlete? I do not have a favorite sports team. I don't usually watch sports. I don't get sports. I try to get into it and it just never clicked for me. I don't get it. It's so like hard to follow and why it is so important. But I get like they are very hardworking people. I would not be able to run that much in like 40 minutes, I guess. But like I don't have a favorite sports team or athlete. I don't really get it. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I would say I am both an introvert and extrovert. I think I've been more of an introvert once COVID started. I believe COVID like ruined me, but during that time period when I was able to just stay at home because it was a pandemic, my anxiety has gotten worse. I used to be able to just control my anxiety and ignore it, and I was an extrovert like 24 fucking 7. If you would ask anybody before pandemic happened, like how was Pierre? I was everywhere. I was talking to everyone. I was talking to anyone that I could see in public. But now I am such an introvert. I have social anxiety. I literally, I don't know, people scare me now. I don't know why or what happened. Maybe I should be talking to someone to be able to fix this, but I don't know, man. People just scare me. So now I'm an introvert. I would try to be an extrovert, but I am mainly an introvert. Do you prefer to drink coffee or tea? I honestly prefer drinking chai. I would consider that as both coffee and tea because it has caffeine in it, I believe, but not a lot of caffeine. Chai is just my favorite drink to get at coffee shops, to make at home. But if I were to say, if I had to choose, I would say coffee. Just because I have ADHD and drinking coffee kind of relaxes me and makes me tired. So whenever I drink coffee, I'm able to take a nap. What is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday, I would say my favorite holiday is Valentine's Day. I'm a huge fan of love, but I do know Valentine's Day, it is just like a capitalism. I don't know. I see it as a capitalism day because you're supposed to be celebrating love every single day. I try to, but if I were to say like to choose a specific holiday, I would say Valentine's Day. I just love love, and if someone needs a day to express love, so be it, I guess. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I would say for me, I am more of a night person. I don't know about you, but when it hits like midnight or like 1 a.m., I'm like, I want to change my life. Like, this is the day that I'm going to change everything about myself. I would literally deep clean and rearrange everything and then wake up so tired in the morning. And then I'm like, what was I talking about? You know? But since I have been having a 9 to 5 job and I have to be an adult, I do enjoy my mornings. So I can say both for me, I guess. What is your dream job? My dream job would honestly be doing nothing all day. How many years have you been on testosterone and when did you come out? In the year 2025, I would be currently 4 years on testosterone once it hits May. But as of right now, it is 3 years and some months. I don't have the exact number of months. When did I come out? I came out. Okay, it is kind of hard to say or like pinpoint when I came out because I did technically come out as a kid, but I didn't really know the term trans or changing your gender was, to be honest. I honestly just thought I'm just a weird kid. But if we're going into technical terms of when I socially came out and talking to people about it, I would say it was about 5 to 6 years ago before I started college. Can you share your journey or your self-discovery as a trans person? To share my journey of like my self-discovery, I would say is I came out to my parents really, really young. But it wasn't in the same exact terminology of being like, hey, I'm trans. It was just more of, hey, mom, I'm not a girl. Like, I don't want to wear dresses. Why are you calling me a girl? And I would be so jealous of my brothers and be like, why can I not be like them? And it didn't really fully click in my head, like, what gender I was. I don't know how to, like, describe it. You know how, like, you're like, yeah, you're a boy or you are a girl? I just saw myself as a boy with my brothers. And then once puberty started, I, like, started, like, feeling like, and I didn't know what it was, and I just decided to like push it back in my head, being like, you're just weird, like you're a girl, like blah blah. And then the end of high school happened, and I heard about the terminology of being trans, and I was like, wait, that's me. That is so weird. That's me. And then I was like, no, Pierre, you're just lying. That is not you. Then I started college and had friends in college that kind of helped my self discovery, and they were super lovely and would allow me to change my names like multiple times. I think I didn't settle on Pierre until my second year of transition, or like a year and a half into my transition, like medically. But they were changing up my pronouns, changing up my name to see what I liked, or what I like to be preferred as. And honestly, I love them so so much. So like, shout out to them. They know who they are. But I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know where I was going with it. But that's kind of like my self discovery. What are some challenges you have faced in your transition journey? I hate to say it, but other people telling you how to transition, or other people telling you this is how you're supposed to act if you want to be perceived as a boy, or like, oh, you want to be non-binary, like you have to be androgynous. No, we do not. We all have perceptions of what makes a guy and what makes a girl, but I don't like gender roles. I hate all of that, and the people online seem to think that they have a stand in how or what people decide to do in their transition, I guess. And that is kind of what I struggled at, because I would sometimes listen to them, and I don't know. Like, I remember posting about wearing more femme presenting clothes, but still wanting to be seen as like a boy. And people will be like, you can't do that. If you want to be a boy, you have to wear this and that and the third. And I'm just like sitting, and I listened. I stopped for a second, and then I thought about it, and I was like, why am I allowing people that I do not even know online to kind of decide what I need to do to be like what? What? It was kind of like weird that I allowed people to get into my head about what I had to do in my journey, I guess. And I think that's what I have learned in 2024, is not allowing people to kind of like decide what I have to do within my transition. What I decide to show you guys is what I get to show you guys, and that is my journey as a black trans person online. And I get people have the right to comment like, hey, you're not being a boy right now, you're kind of moving like a girl. I don't care. It is how I like to present myself, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. I can't I can't help you on that. The only thing I can help you on is there is a block button for a reason. Use it. I don't know why people don't know there is a block me. It's not that hard. What are specific moments of joy have you experienced in your journey? Was when I first got my first binder. It was so cute. I was with my friends and the package came. I First, let me talk about how I got my binder. It was on Instagram. There is this like trans charity, or like they trans resource, I guess. Like they help other trans men or women with their journey. And I could not afford getting a binder, and I did not like my chest at all. Like literally at all. I couldn't like physically live with my chest, and I decided to get a binder from them. And the package came, and my friends all helped me put it on, and it was such a surreal moment that they allowed me to, like, I don't know, allowed me to have that experience with them, I guess. It was such a beautiful moment, and I remember my friend like recording and being like, "Oh my god, you look so beautiful!" Like, just giving me a bunch of compliments. And honestly, from that day forward, I knew who my day ones were, just because of how they helped me with my transition. Another moment was when I first started testosterone. My friend that is very deathly afraid of needles literally sat down with me and helped me take my shot. Like, looked away, obviously, but like was there in that moment with me, and it was such a beautiful moment. Like, it makes me cry just to think about it, and I wish I could experience that again with them. But it was such a beautiful moment, and they like made me feel like myself, and I literally do not deserve them at all, and I love you so much, you guys. But that was the moments that I think like sparked joy. Another is, it's literally my friends like helping me within my transition. When I got top surgery, when I got my facial surgery, and they were there to just take care of me. Like literally my friends did not allow me to like move my hands at all. Like literally I think my hands were like stuck in T-Rex mode, even though like I could reach, like kind of move it, and you're not supposed to. I could feel myself like moving it a little bit, and it didn't hurt, but they did not allow me to move at all. Like they helped me wash my face, they helped me like wash my body, they helped me like literally do everything. They took care of me, and I don't know how I will ever repay them for that. But I love you so much, and I think those were the moments that sparked joy with me, is because I spent time with my chosen family, and I was vulnerable, and they helped me throughout my transition journey, I guess. Are there any particular social media platform you like more than others? The social media platform that I feel very comfortable on is YouTube. Um, YouTube has been like a place where I get to slow down and just like show more of me, I guess. Not all of me, but I feel very much comfortable over on here, because I feel like no one is very mean or off-putting here on YouTube. Of course, like there's videos that you see on your For You page and you're just like, that is what? Like that's disgusting. But like on your platform, people choose to watch you because they want to watch you. Over on Instagram and TikTok and whatever, they just see you on their feed and they're like, I get to say whatever I want about you and make assumptions about you. And I don't think I have like had 2 hate comments over here on YouTube, and I don't know why they came to travel from Instagram all the way here. Like that shows the amount of work you decided to do to come onto my channel. That's weird. But YouTube has been my comfortable app to post on, just because it's more accepting and more, I don't know, more of a family, I guess. How important do you think it is for Black trans people to create content and share their stories online? I honestly think it is very important for other Black trans creators to create content, just because when I first started my transition journey, I could not find anyone that looked like me or had the same interest as me, kind of like, I guess. Like when I first started my transition journey, I was trying to find other creators online that I could relate to and just like follow along or help me with my journey. And it was just other white trans creators, and like, I'm sorry to say, we don't have the same journey as other white trans creators. and it was just very, very sad. I and I just decided to just start posting over on TikTok, and I think that's where I first started getting my following. But it wasn't a good following, but that was where I think much more people know me from. But I honestly think it is very, very important for other Black trans creators to share their journeys online, for other Black trans people, individuals, to be able to watch you and relate to you and see you, you know? I honestly have been getting so much messages that make me cry about other black trans individuals who say they look up to me and I have helped them in their journey, which is literally insane because I wanted that. Like, I wanted another person like that, and I am being that person for that person. Like, that's crazy to me. I honestly think it's very, very important, and it's very beautiful. Like, uh, but yeah, I honestly think it is very, very important for other Black trans individuals to be online for other Black trans individuals because we need a community so bad. We literally need a community really, really badly. How has being Black and trans online affected your mental health both positively and negatively? Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. Social media did affect me negatively within my mental health. I am human. I think people forget to realize that. Bad comments do get to me. I do have feelings. It has come to a point where my friends would just tell me, like, hey, just turn off your notifications. Like, it's just turn off your phone. It is that goddamn phone. I'm joking. But for positively, I would say because I was able to build a community, I think that's where I'm very much happy about. I now follow so much other trans individuals that I looked up to back then, and they follow me back now, which is literally insane to think about. But I've created a community where I feel very much welcomed and I can be myself around with. What strategies do you use to protect your mental health while engaging with online spaces that might not always be safe or supportive? This question kind of goes within my last one. Just turning off my notifications. I honestly never really turn off my comments in my videos just because I don't see the need to. I guess I could just not look at it. But what strategies I've learned because of my friend is just turning off notifications and just being on do not disturb. And it has worked like a charm. It is so beautiful to act so oblivious to things because I do not even know what I'm getting on Instagram until I turn it on. And I rarely post on Instagram anymore. I just post like stories. I think I'm gonna get back into making reels and just posting regular content for you guys. But it has been such a beautiful thing just to turn off my phone. What inspired you to share your journey online? What inspired me to start sharing my journey is because I didn't see other people like me and I didn't like that. But not seeing myself online, that kind of like encouraged me to be more online and talk about myself and share my journey. I first didn't even start off sharing my journey online. I just accidentally in my video, not accidentally, but I thought it was like a beautiful shot. I was like showing my Sunday, like just showing like aestheticness, is that a word? But I started just recording my day, and it was a Sunday and I had to take my testosterone shot. So I decided to just record myself. You can see that I was taking a shot, and someone just asked like, hey, are you trans? And I was like, oh my god, yeah. And that kind of snowballed me into recording more of my journey because that person wanted to see more. How does your identity shape your perspective of the world? As a Black person, I have a deep appreciation for strength and resilience through what we go through every day in this world. And as a trans person, it has given me the deep appreciation for like people being able to be authentic within themselves. Within my transition and within my journey, I have learned to be more kind and more open to meeting people and listening to their stories, and honestly, I believe it is such a beautiful thing. How do you celebrate your identity? I celebrate my identity by living every single day as me. Living very, very authentically and putting my best foot forward every single day and not listening or not allowing other people to decide what I have to do within my journey. What advice would you give someone that's ready to start their journey? I would say my advice would be to do more research than you need to do. I believe that it took me over 6 months to a full year to decide if I want to start testosterone, but starting testosterone might seem very, very scary at first, but honestly, I would build a your chosen family, or I hope that you have some family that is supporting you, and just be with them and allow them to help you whenever they can. Literally allow help. I struggle with this all the time, but allow help and allow people to be within your experience, because it is a very scary and very big jump, and I am so glad that I have a chosen family that was able to be there within my first steps of my transition, and it's been such a beautiful thing. But my advice would be just to do more research and take your time with it. There is no time limit of when you're supposed to start transitioning. What resources or communities have been most helpful to you? A big resource for me is literally Planned Parenthood and Instagram. I believe when I first started transitioning, my Planned Parenthood back in Minneapolis is the one that gave me the ad of another trans organization that was over on Instagram. I don't think it's a thing anymore, but I think there is something called a trans project over on Instagram. Once I find it, I think I'll leave their description down below. But they were able to get me supplies and essentials that I needed for my transition, and I'm very, very much grateful for them so much. But I would look into your local Planned Parenthood. They allow, I believe, free therapy, or someone to talk to about your transition and how that would go if you're too scared to get on any prescriptions or anything. But my favorite resource would be Planned Parenthood. What would you say to a young Black and trans individual looking for representation? What I would say is to look online for more people like you. It took me a very much long time to figure out who I resonated with, just because a lot of what I love about the trans community is there is so many different people. We all have different hobbies. We all have different ways of seeing how a man is supposed to be, or how a girl is supposed to be, and it's just it's so beautiful to see how complex our identities are. And I think honestly I would just start doing research, because a lot of trans individuals do use hashtags in their posts or their reels. It'll be hashtag trans, hashtag FTM, and you'll be able to find such a huge community. Literally just go through and you'll be able to follow whoever you want. What's your favorite book, movie, or song that represent your journey? Y'all, give me a second. I'll be back. I will show you my favorite book, and it has nothing to do with my journey. I think I read this when I first moved here to Chicago about 2 years ago, and it's called 100 Boyfriends by Brontez Purnell, a beautiful gay Black man. I I just love his storytelling about the different boyfriends he has, his different hookups, and just it is such a beautiful book. What is your biggest fear? My biggest fear, I would say my biggest fear is death, but that is kind of scary to talk about. Okay, I think my biggest fear is dying in my sleep. A lot of people always say dying in their sleep is the best thing to happen to you because you're not awake. But imagine you're just going to sleep and you're I am so excited about tomorrow. I have this and this and this and this planned, and then you're dead. What is one thing people would be surprised to know about you? One thing you would be surprised to know about me is that I'm short. Yeah. A lot of people's online somehow gets the idea that I'm like 5'9", 5'10" or something, or very tall. But in reality, I am 5'4", probably 5'3", but 5'4", I would like to say. And I don't know what gives off that energy. Even though I show my full body online, people still seem to think that I'm tall. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I would honestly say where they shot Call Me By Your Name. It is so beautiful. I know that place probably doesn't like black people, and maybe don't even like trans people at all either. But it is where they shot it at Italy. I believe it was Italy. I either want to live in Italy or south of France. If you could meet any celebrity, who would it be? I would love to meet Jeremy Allen White, the person from Shameless, The Bear, Iron Claw, Sexy Man. I would love to meet him. I know they shoot everything over here in Chicago, and I am very sad to say that I haven't seen him yet. But once I do see him, I would die a very happy man. What is something you've always wanted to try but haven't gotten the chance to try to do? Something I've always wanted to try is skydiving. I believe that would be very fun to do, but I am way too scared to try because okay, it's also on my biggest fear is what if like you're skydiving and your thing doesn't open and the person's all like, yeah, we're just dying, bro, and I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, we're just dying, like the thing is not coming out, like pray, like we're not gonna survive, like we are way too many feet in the air, and I would piss my pants. Are you single or are you in a relationship? I am single. Um, don't know if I'm ready to mingle. I do have a date. My first date in the year of 2025. It is with another boy, but I am very much single, and I don't know if I want to be in another relationship with the last relationship that I've gone through. That was very much traumatizing. What is your relationship with your family like? My relationship with my family is very much confusing. We are talking, then we're not talking, then we are talking and we're not talking. I left them at the age of 16. Yeah. Um, haven't seen my family in a while, but I love my brothers and I love my sisters. I love them very much. I do talk to them not as much as I should as a older brother, but it's just very complicated. Do you want to have kids someday? Um, kids. That is a very hard question because I absolutely love kids. I joke around about that I don't like kids and I don't want to see a kid in my life, but I have worked as a teacher assistant and also a nanny, and kids are such a beautiful thing and they are such a beautiful soul. Like, I love kids, but the thought of me taking care of another person kind of scares me just because I believe that I would be like my parents, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to cause that kid harm or trauma in any way. But for me, I would say I do not want kids in the future just because I don't think I would be a good parent. How has your YouTube journey impacted your life? My YouTube journey, I honestly love YouTube so much. I feel like I talked about it in my other videos, but YouTube, like when I'm recording YouTubes and editing, it is just a time for me to just slow down. The world is literally just like fast paced, and recording my videos, I like it to be more slow paced and like, you get to listen to the music and you get to learn how to breathe and just like take things slow. I am so sorry about the light. The sun keeps like going down and up and whatever. But Within my YouTube journey for the last 3 months on YouTube, it has been such a beautiful thing. And thank you so much for 530 subscribers. I love you guys so much. You guys are my lovers. But it has been such a beautiful thing, and it's been a beautiful reminder to just slow down and breathe. And the world, you don't have to do things so fast. It's just a reminder to just breathe, literally breathe. And yeah, my journey on here has been so beautiful, and it's thanks to you guys. I love you. And the last question we have for you, Pierre, is what are your goals for the new year? My goals for the year of 2025 is to be more kinder and more open to people, open to like meeting new people. I need to stop feeling anxious and kind of self-sabotaging myself whenever I want to meet another person. The amount of times I have spoke to someone and we've created a day or a date or anything of meeting, and I get way too anxious, I tend to cancel, and I think that's why a lot of people don't like hanging out with me. But I think this year is gonna be a year for me to just continue to say yes more often. So yeah, it's gonna be a yes year, not a no year, a yes year. We have finally reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I know I didn't get to a lot of the questions that were asked on my Instagram story, and I'm so sorry. If you guys want another video, I would love to do it for you guys. It just got a lot more personal than I would have liked, and I'm not really comfortable yet to share more of myself yet. But in the future, I got you. I will hopefully get to answer all of those questions for you guys. But I hope you guys had a beautiful start to the new year, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time.